Today's episode comes to you straight from the Foundation Insurance Services podcast studio, your home for elevating voices, inspiring leaders, and building the community one conversation at a time. If you're enjoying the journey, we'd love for you to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps these stories reach even higher.
Being honest and transparent with your clients will get you so much further than trying to hide something or trying to avoid something. You just can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that in life. You can't do that in business. Why would you do that to somebody's house? I would never do that to whatever I do to my house. I'm going to do it to yours.
Hey there, welcome back to Above and Beyond, where excellence meets elevation. I'm your host, Jan Simon, and this season we're raising the bar, diving into the passion, purpose, and defining moments of leaders who don't just aim high, they live there. Big ideas, real stories. Let's get into it. Today's guest is Lawrence Naranjo, a respected entrepreneur in the world of renovations, restoration, and commercial remodels. With a foundation in raw plastic sales, Lawrence brings a rare inside knowledge of materials and manufacturing to every project, blending technical expertise and exceptional craftsmanship. Beyond the job site, he's a devoted husband and father who believes adventure builds legacy. Whether that's through travel, golf, or simply creating meaningful moments with his family, Lawrence doesn't just build spaces, he builds experiences. Welcome.
That's great.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you coming on, taking the time. I know you got a busy schedule, so I'm glad you took a little bit of time with me. I'm a little less better looking than your wife, I think. All right, so let's start off. Lawrence, growing up, what did your childhood look like?
So I've lived here all my life. I was born in St. Luke's in Phoenix.
Oh, wow.
That was 41 and a half years ago.
Dang.
Yep. We lived in Phoenix, Tempe, Chandler, and then I ended up in Gilbert.
Okay.
So I think when I was 5, 6, we lived in Chandler. My parents got divorced. I then moved to Tempe. We were there from, I think, 3rd grade till about 6th.
Okay.
And then my mom moved to Gilbert. We lived on Gilbert and Baseline. I went to Gilbert Junior High. That was cool. I went there from, I think, 6th and 7th, and then we finally moved to Gilbert and Chandler Boulevard.
Okay.
That's where I finished at 18, and then I eventually moved out.
Gilbert and Chandler. So is that Gilbert School still? Is that Mesquite? What's over there?
I went to Mesquite High.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out what is over there. So brothers and sisters?
I've got one sister.
Okay. Older, younger?
She's younger. She's 2 years younger.
All right. She keep you in line?
Sometimes.
Yeah. No.
We don't talk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She had a bad divorce in 2019, right before COVID.
Okay.
And she didn't like that I was hanging out. Well, not hanging out, but hanging out with my niece and her ex-husband.
Yeah.
So she decided to call me one night and that was it.
Yeah, that's too bad.
It is. It's very bad.
It's tough. Going through my divorce, it's interesting because you think you have good relationships with people until
Until it goes bad.
I say, money and marriage screw everything up.
She was trying to tell me who I could and couldn't hang out with.
Yeah, that's rough. So one sister.
Yes.
You got 2 kids?
3.
3 kids.
7, 9, 13.
7, 9, and 13. Okay. So 13, then you waited a while.
Yeah, so we had the first one. That was in 2012. We got pregnant again. That was a miscarriage, probably 2 years after.
Oh, okay.
So Owen was really hard to have. I ended up going on some male production drugs, and that kind of helped. Literally after 2.5, 3 months, I think we got pregnant with Owen.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He was the most interesting birth.
Really?
Yes.
What does that mean?
So Gavin and Amelia were simple. Well, Millie was probably the easiest. Owen had to be pulled out with forceps.
Oh, wow.
It was a very interesting birth.
Yeah.
Yeah. My sister-in-law was there. I tried to prep her for what birth looks like.
Yeah.
She didn't listen, and she ended up passing out.
Oh, my gosh.
Jessica was, I think she was in birth for like 6 hours.
Wow.
She had to get on all fours. We had to flip them. They put water. It was a process.
Was he upside down?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
They had to flip him. It was gnarly.
Oh, that's crazy.
And when they put the forceps in,
it's insane. It's like salad.
I moved from legs to head.
Yeah.
To help and hold.
Salad tongs pulling that child.
It was wicked.
Ah, that's crazy. Well, everybody's okay.
Everybody's good.
That's good.
Yep.
That's good. Growing up, you said Phoenix, Tempe, Chandler, Gilbert.
Yes.
So you just kind of kept moving east. Did you play sports?
Yes. So my family, my dad was a cop. My mom was a secretary at a machine shop. So we didn't grow up very well off.
Yeah.
So I didn't start playing sports organized until 7th or 6th grade.
Okay.
I played in the city league, and it was only like once or twice. I played basketball for, I think, Wham it was at the time.
Okay.
And then I played high school basketball for 2 years. And then I think I played rugby sophomore, junior year.
Nice.
Yep.
I went to the Rugby World Cup in 2015 in New Zealand.
Nice. All Blacks.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was actually like right after my divorce, and my brother's like, "Hey, let's take this trip," and I'm like, "Okay." So he was there for 2 or 3 weeks, I think. I was there for like 10 days, but it was all on the South Island. Flew into Christchurch, did basically the entire island, did a tour of the entire island, ended up playing in what they call an old boys tournament in Oamaru, which is a town in the south. And it's like they have these tournaments, and they're like these big, I mean, everybody in town comes out. And so then they've got, I was, gosh, what was that, 11 years ago. So I was still in my 40s at that point. But there was one guy who was, I think, 80 years old, and they give those guys purple vests, so you can't tackle them. It's like two-hand touch, so they always give those guys the ball, so you can't hit them and stuff.
That's
It's
cool.
like, it's pretty crazy. But yeah, that was a blast, and we saw Ireland and Scotland play, and then we watched one other match. I don't remember who it was, but anyways, it was a blast.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I love rugby, and I played here a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I miss playing.
those guys, there's some Islanders that are freaking, they're solid.
Yep.
They're solid.
Yeah. So I'm really allergic to grass.
Oh, really?
So I had to wear long sleeves.
Okay.
I put tape on my ears
Yeah.
because anytime I touched the grass, I would get
No kidding.
rashes. Yes.
No kidding.
So I couldn't. That's why I didn't play football.
You still allergic to grass this day?
Yes.
Wow.
When I coached my son's football team, when I was a coach, on the grass, I'd get rashes on my knees.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting. I've never heard. I mean, I've heard of people like breaking out a little bit, but that's interesting.
It's a
that
thing.
You're not like rubbing around. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so you played rugby a little bit of organized sports. Were sports when you were growing up here in the Valley as club centric as they are today?
I would think yes. My sister played club ball from 10 years until she went to college.
Oh, wow.
So she did that probably for 8 or 9 years.
Okay.
I didn't get involved in that. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know or remember why.
Okay.
But I don't remember because we just, I can't remember.
Yeah. What were you like at 16?
See, I was a sophomore in high school. I was playing basketball then. So we'll scoot back a little. When I first got into high school, I played freshman basketball. I played the bench.
Okay.
I was a bench warmer. I was wanting to play more. In the summer of that year, I worked my ass off. I was in the gym every day. I did summer basketball, had a different coach. He put me as more of a shooter versus a point guard.
Okay.
I blossomed. I don't know what it was. So that year when I came in, sophomore, I was a starter I was a starter now.
Nice.
I was number 2. I was a shooter. So I remember playing pretty much every game.
Nice.
Not sitting the bench anymore. So hard work does pay off.
Oh, yeah.
I went from 135 to 155. I gained 20 pounds in the summer.
Oh, nice.
I put on a lot of muscle.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. What kind of car did you drive? Or did you?
Yes. So, oh my gosh. I had a Honda Accord, 2-door.
Okay.
It was in 1996.
And you were at Mesquite,
I was
which
at
was kind of
Mesquite High.
the edge of the world at that point. Other than
I was the first graduating class because it didn't open until 98.
Oh, wow. Dang.
So I drove from Gilbert and Baseline to McQueen and Elliott.
Okay.
Not too far.
No. But they didn't have you going to Gilbert High School, Gilbert at Baseline.
When that school opened, they split the boundaries like 3 times. I was supposed
okay.
to go to Gilbert, and then they wanted me to go to Highland, and then
wow.
it got switched to Mesquite.
Okay.
They didn't know if it was going to open.
Yeah. In time. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. When did you start playing golf? Because you're an okay golfer. I mean, you're quasi good.
Okay. I didn't start playing until I was 18.
Okay.
After high school.
Just decided one day to play?
Yeah,
or
so my uncle, it was summer of, actually, after I graduated, there was a golf tournament for Chandler Gilbert Community College
Okay.
to raise money for softball, basketball, all the teams, right? Mm-hmm. He needed a 4th. And I was like, I'll play. Never played around before.
Wow.
I ended up going out and playing with him, and then I got hooked.
Oh yeah, it's all it takes.
He gave me an old school club set, which I barely got rid of, I think, last year.
Oh wow, you were still playing it, or you just had it
No,
around?
no, it was
Oh, okay.
it was a graphite shaft with an old school, like, looked like blade Titleist irons. That's what I learned on.
No kidding. That'd be tough.
Yes, it was.
Playing on blades.
Yes.
Wow.
The
That would
pitching
be
wedge was
tough.
very small, but that's how I learned. So I just got used to it.
Yeah. And then you go and you get hollow backs or something. What do you play now?
Ping I-530s,
Okay.
I-35s.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say you go back get some forgiving clubs, and all of a sudden you're like, damn, I'm good.
This makes a big difference.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's crazy. Did you go to college?
I did.
Where'd you
I
go?
went to Chandler Gilbert.
Okay.
So after high school, my parents got divorced completely,
Okay.
separated. They ended up selling the house on Greenfield and Chandler Boulevard.
Okay.
I ended up living with my uncle for 6 months, and then I ended up moving back with my dad for a while.
Okay.
But I went to college from 18 to 20. I graduated with a transfership to ASU to go to their School of Business.
Okay.
That was fun.
Yeah. Didn't do it?
I went.
Oh, you did?
Yep. My dad was helping me pay for everything. I didn't get any school debt.
Nice.
But because I was working at Chandler Gilbert in the maintenance department. I was there from 18 to 21.
Okay.
And then I was delivering pizzas at night, and then I was also working at a machine shop. So I was extremely busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had no time.
Going to school.
So I eventually had to drop out of school. Mm-hmm. Once I moved from my dad's house to ASU, I had 2 jobs and going to school, and that lasted like a year and a half.
Wow. And you said you did business?
Yeah, I went to WP Carey School of Business.
Okay. And you graduated business school?
I did not finish.
You did not.
Mm-mm.
How many credits do you have left to get?
When I looked at it 10 years ago, I think I was like 4 classes away.
Yeah. It's close.
It's so close.
But you know what's
But
so crazy?
when I get to it now, it's like,
Why?
if I would finish it, it's just for like a personal thing. Like, yes,
Right.
you got a business degree, cool.
Yeah. Well, yay.
Do I need it? No.
You know, it's interesting. I don't remember who somebody was on the show and we were talking about that, and they're like 1 or 2 classes short. And I'm like,
Why not?
why not? I mean, at that point, why not? But I can understand, like, I mean, for somebody like me, I went to college because I thought that's what I was supposed to do, right? I mean, and I wrestled and whatever, but I was at college because I didn't know any different. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. I initially went for business, took an accounting class. I'm like, hell no. If this is what business is, I want nothing to do with it. But yeah, then it's like you get out of school and then it's like, okay, well, I've got this piece of paper. So what? You know, except for my first job in insurance is like, that was a requirement. You had to have a 4-year degree, and it could be in anything. Didn't matter as long as you had a 4-year degree. That was like number one requirement. So anyways, but yeah, I mean, looking back now, if I was there, if I was like 3-4 classes short at this point, I'd be like, what's the point? You know, it's kind of like some of the designations you can get in insurance. It's like, whatever. I mean, could I learn more? Yes. But I've been doing this 30 years and I don't know everything at all, but you can find stuff. And do I need to sit in class for 8 hours a day no, not interested. So plastics.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back a little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Let's
So,
go back.
2006, 7, 8,
Okay.
the economy took a dump.
Yes,
right?
it did.
So right out of high school, I wanted to become a firefighter.
Okay.
So I was in Fire 1 and 2. I took all the fire classes. I think I was really close to getting my fire degree.
Okay.
But the economy wasn't good. I tested for Chandler, Scottsdale, Phoenix twice. I think Gilbert twice. But nobody was hiring. There was a
Yeah.
hiring freeze. Because I had my EMT. I
Yeah.
passed that.
It was brutal back then.
It was.
Because I remember I actually applied for the Mesa Police Department, Gilbert Fire, and Mesa Fire. And I got offered a job at Mesa PD, but I didn't end up going that direction. But it's the same thing. It's like, it was so brutally difficult to get a job. There was like this massive wait list. And that was probably around the same time, 6, 7.
6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
So I remember going to the Civic Center in downtown Phoenix. There was 2,000 plus people testing for Phoenix.
No
Yes.
kidding. Wow.
And we filled up the Civic Center
Wow.
big time. And they had desks that were 12 inches wide. And I sat like shoulder to shoulder next to people. And I had this much space to take my test.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did they have like blinders so you couldn't see?
No.
No?
No. I could look over if I wanted. There's people walking around.
You want to know something funny that haunts me to this day? I was offered a job with Mesa Police. So this didn't, I don't think, came into play. I think everything else I did was fine. But on the written test, there was a section of there's an accident at this location. What's the fastest route to get there? Well, I answered it using all right turns, thinking from a civilian perspective, that's the fastest way to get there because I don't have to stop and wait for anything. If I take all right turns, and it was like, it's like, as a police, you don't have to worry about
Lights.
It's exactly. But yeah, it's like, it still haunts me to this day. It's like, that was the stupidest thing. It's like, yeah, I answered all right-hand turns.
That's funny.
But anyways.
That's funny.
So Gilbert, so you tested for Phoenix Fire. Isn't that crazy how, do you think you would have still been doing that today had you gone into that?
Most likely.
Yeah. I think had I accepted the Mesa PD position, I don't know, I maybe, because I fought forest fire for 6 years and I loved fighting forest fires. And I loved everything about fire stuff, and Mesa, PD was just kind of another step, but I always wonder, like, had I taken that position,
what life would look like.
yeah. I mean, I'd probably been some psycho messed up dude or something. But
Potentially.
I don't know.
You'd have 2 jobs.
For sure. Or I'd be retired by now, and because that
That's
was
true, too.
20 years ago, and be collecting a pension from the Mesa PD and have a second job. I don't know. All right. So you what made you stop school? If four classes short or whatever it was.
This podcast is powered by Above Par Network, where networking isn't about awkward mixers or endless pitches. It's about genuine relationships, real opportunities, and having a good time doing it. If you're ready for networking that actually works, visit AboveParNetwork.com.
This episode is powered by 5 Leaf Financial, expert accountants, tax preparers, and CFOs who help you make smarter financial choices. If you want peace of mind around your finances, visit 5leaf.net.
Life.
Okay.
So I think when I stopped school, I had the 2 jobs, and I was living off of like Judd and University in downtown Tempe. So I could walk to school.
Mm-hmm.
But I just remember like thinking, like, if I finish, because I think I was taking 2 classes, because I remember I was paying for them as I went versus getting a loan.
Yeah.
And the courses that I was taking, there were 1 elective and 1 core. I passed the core, but the elective was one. It was like a weird course. I can't remember what it was. I was like, why am I doing this to myself?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this course isn't going to help me. I'm just doing it. It's like a game.
Yeah.
It's like I'm fulfilling a need
Yep.
to get this degree. Then when I get out, I don't even know what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah.
And I had 2 jobs at the time, living on my own. I just said, I made a decision.
They're just done.
Yep.
Isn't it interesting how, and I feel like there's a pendulum swing going back the other direction, but how much emphasis we put on a 4-year degree, right? Mm-hmm. Or now it's even a master's degree. But, and go down a conversation we probably shouldn't have, but the whole thing with regards to how broken is an education system when you take 4 years to go through high school to basically learn basic math, geometry, algebra, maybe get into calculus if you're a smarter kid, whatever, basic English, writing, arithmetic, all that stuff. And then you go to college and and basically 2 years of your 4-year degree is doing those 4 years all over again. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, you sit there I remember as a kid thinking that, like, sitting in a math class going, I learned this stuff in high school. Mm-hmm. Why am I doing this again? And thinking, and I didn't know what I wanted to do back then. I had no clue. Like I said, I did business for a little while. I changed around, did different majors, finally landed on, I wanted to be physical therapy, but I wasn't smart enough for that, but it's the whole thing where it's like, if you go in and high school actually meant something, and then you go and you say, okay, I'm going to do 2 years of whatever it is that my job is going to be, right? Let's skip over the stuff that we did in high school.
The electives, the English.
Right.
The redundancy.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to take a PE class in college. Mm-hmm. It's like, why?
Yep.
And you're biting your lip. I know you don't want to talk about
I
this.
remember I took, because when I was a senior, I only needed 3 courses to get out of high school. Mm-hmm. So I ended up taking fire science, and I was taking dual credit at Chandler Gilbert.
Okay.
So I was taking pre-calc. I had a full day when I was a senior, and I ended up going to 2 schools. I went to Mesquite High and Gilbert High. So I was at Mesquite in the morning, and then I would go to Gilbert High in the afternoon, and Gilbert High was my fire science. Oh, and we actually had a class in the afternoon, and it was with 2 Gilbert fire guys. It was great.
Okay.
It was awesome. And I learned a whole lot from those guys because they actually took us to the station. We got to meet a lot of people. Mm-hmm. That's when I knew, like, that's what I want to do.
Yeah. See, that's just, it blows me away that we don't. I mean, they're obviously in construction and stuff now. You know, had somebody introduced me to construction as a kid, I probably would have stuck with it. I mean, as an actual career.
Sure.
Like we redid houses. I feel like every house we moved into needed tons of work. So, you know, I remember one of the houses we moved into still had knob, what's it called with the electrical, the knob and fiberglass wiring and knobs, like the ceramic knobs. And so I'm the only one small enough to fit up in the attic. So my dad's standing down on the, you know, he's like, okay, now you see this, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, yeah, I see it. Don't touch it. Oh, you know, it's like, and we're running electrical upstairs. So, I mean, we did that stuff, but it was never a concept that was a career that could be had. Mm-hmm. Right. And I look back now and I love doing woodworking and I love doing that stuff. And I think now, like from a craftsman perspective, you know, now that's extremely hard on the body, but there's something to be said about a project. And I should probably ask this question before I just blanket statement, but there's something to be said about a project conceptualized to finished and being able to step back and go, yep, that is freaking awesome. Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah, college, fun times. When you were at that age, what did success look like to you?
I didn't know.
Yeah. Not finishing school.
Being 21, 22.
Yeah.
I felt like I failed myself a little bit, but at the same time,
did you feel like that because you stopped school?
No, I think because I was at a machine shop working in engineering.
Okay.
So I was actively looking at plans for materials, for stainless steel, for plastic materials, everything.
Okay.
So I was helping engineering develop products. So when I would look at plans and we'd actually bid the jobs and get them, I could actually see them in production. So that was a cool thing. I could help engineering bid the projects, and then if we get the jobs with either, I think Raytheon, ATK, Simula, all those bigger companies. Mm-hmm. It was a cool thing to see. And then the delivering the pizza at the night was kind of like just my cash.
Yeah,
letting me pay for stuff because I would leave $100, $200, $300 on a weekend,
going out and partying. And yeah.
So success for me, I didn't really know until.
Did you have any idea where you were going at that time?
No.
You were just kind of going through the motions.
Just kind of meeting. I didn't do any networking at the time. I was just working at the machine shop, going to school, and then working at night. So I didn't have any time for anything.
When did you meet your wife?
I didn't meet her in 2008. 2008.
Would she answer the same way? Just kidding.
Maybe.
Put you on the spot. I sense a little bit of hesitation there.
Because even in 2008, success probably wasn't even in the cards yet.
Yeah.
Because we're still trying to figure out each other and figure out what we're doing. Because at that time, 2008, I was at the plastic company then. I was still going to school because I remember taking my EMT class in 2008 in August.
Okay.
Because I was still
testing. Did you ever work with like AMR or an ambulance service or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
If I wanted to do it, I would have had to take a pay cut because at that time I think there were $12 an hour, plus or minus.
That's so crazy.
To be an EMT.
That crazy.
Yeah.
$12.
12 or 15. It was one of those two.
I remember my first job in insurance. I went from, in college I had so many jobs, it was stupid. But my first job in insurance, it was $26,400 a year. And I thought I was rich. I'm like, fucking made it.
Yes.
It's like, and I look back now, I'm like, wow. That
won't even cover my mortgage.
No, that's just crazy.
It's disgusting.
It's crazy.
Inflation.
Yeah, $12 an hour. So plastics. Tell me about plastics.
Sure. So when I was at the machine shop, I remember calling the manager of the company that I used to call for all my materials. And she needed a warehouse person. I think I was 23, 24 at the time.
Okay.
So she hired me to be a part-time warehouse guy. So I did that from like 7:30 to 12 so I could still go to school.
Okay.
And I could still do my pizzas at night because I was still living in the same place. I ended up working for 13 years.
Who did you deliver pizzas for?
Rosati's.
Rosati's. Okay. Not Domino's.
No way. Chicago pizzas, Rosati's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I was going to say, you know who has really good pizzas?
Rosati.
Vero. Have you ever had a Vero?
Vero's is a really good pizza.
It's a great
Chicago style.
Yeah. Love that pizza. Anyways, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. So sorry. So going back to 2000, oh my gosh. I think that was 6, 7.
Okay.
I left the machine shop, went to the plastic company. I was working there part-time. I worked in the warehouse, and then I ended up working my way into the office.
Okay.
Doing, oh my gosh, I don't even remember what she had me do. But anyways, I worked my way all the way up for 13 years into outside sales. And the reason why I left, I liked what I did. My manager was micromanager. Anything I did, anything I touched, everything was scrutinized under an extreme microscope. Drove me absolutely crazy.
They say people don't leave a job, they leave a person.
Yes, and that's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I had opportunities to do a lot of things with that business because they got bought out countrywide, so they're over the place. So I could have ran a branch potentially.
Oh wow.
So but my manager wanted me to stay there, and it was very apparent after the last 2 years when I was there. Options came out so I could go. Nope, you need to stay here. You have goals you need to meet here.
You made him look good.
Made her look good.
Look good. Or you were hot and she just had a thing for you.
She's old enough to be my mom. So.
Well, that's...
I learned a lot of how not to treat people. So I never look at a situation being negative. I just know that I will never treat somebody that way.
Yeah.
So, and everybody that I've employed knows that.
Yeah. That's awesome. Before the business ever came into, we'll say, vision.
Oh, I got it. I can give you a good story with that.
What is it that what did life look like? Like when you were in that position, working the plastics, doing the stuff that you were doing, and maybe the business was starting to kind of slowly come into mind, but what is it that life looked like at that point?
So when I was in the plastic distribution life, I guess you could say, I didn't know, like, I was kind of maxed out pay wise. The only other option would be to run a branch or to leave. Because I already maxed out. And I remember telling my boss that when I put in my 2 weeks, is like, I'm already kind of capped.
Yeah.
And I think she looked at me like, yeah, you are. So when I told her that, when I put in my 2 weeks, when I was leaving to go into construction, because I literally left, I put in my 2 week notice and I was like, I'm leaving. She let me go the next day.
Really?
Yep.
Walk you to the door.
She said, where would you like to have lunch? I said, what?
You're fired, but hey, let's go to lunch.
You want me to? No, how about we just order wings for everybody?
Yeah.
I'll pack my stuff and I'll leave.
Yeah.
It was awkward. Very weird.
That is weird. It is so weird. I've been in that position before where there's the, I'm letting you go. Now let me be your best friend. Like,
And then she's like, well, if you want to put in your 2 weeks, you can go work in the warehouse if you want.
what?
And I was like,
Yeah, no, I'm good.
oh, I'm good.
So moving into construction at that point, was it into LJ Builders or was
No.
it?
So a good friend of mine had a construction company, and I interviewed with them prior to that 2 week notice because it took me 4 or 5 months to finally get an answer from them.
Okay.
I was hired as a superintendent to run remodeling. So
Residential?
residential remodeling.
Okay.
Little did I know that it would turn into this, but it took a lot. So I was there from September until December of 2020.
Okay.
It took me that long to realize that, you know what, I can do this.
Yeah.
Because I learned I was getting paid very minimal to do a lot of work. I was basically running my own business.
Yeah.
Because I would get leads and I would be responsible for them from start to finish.
Oh,
I
really?
didn't have a PM. I didn't have anybody to help me.
Okay.
So if I had stuff I had to do in the morning or at night, it was all me.
Yeah.
So I was commission based, heavily commission based, which is it's a double edged sword because you're working.
You make a lot of money making doing commission,
You can.
but it's feast or famine.
But the months that you're not getting closed jobs, you're like, well, I'm just getting my salary this week.
And then if you get, I'll call it distracted, right? Or you get fat and happy. It's like all of a sudden everything's good.
You can't.
And you take your foot off the pedal.
I couldn't.
Right?
Yeah. So when I left Port Plastics, I killed my 401k. I had to.
Yep.
Because I went to a business where I was going to make half of my salary. I had a mortgage. I had 3 kids. I was like, so we were fortunate that lasted, I think, a year-ish. And we were fortunate to get other funding from other people at the time to keep us afloat. But man, that was the scariest time.
It is Jessica's your wife, right?
Yes,
Jessica.
yes.
Does she have experience in what's her background?
So Jessica's a coach. She has
Like a life coach?
She coached synchronized swimming.
Oh, okay.
Basically, time she was 16, 17, 18.
No
till,
kidding.
like literally recently.
Okay.
A couple years ago, she retired.
Okay. So, and I'm probably jumping a little bit forward here, but in some of the imagery that you have on the website, some of the work is absolutely stunning. Is that her? Is that you? Do you have a design manager that?
So depending upon the project, a lot of that's me.
Okay. Wow.
I do a lot of my own designs.
Okay.
A lot of help can be with the client's knowledge. I'll put that into play.
Yeah.
But I try to do my own designs because I feel like I have a good eye for things. And so I can try and guide you to, yes, try that or try this. And then I also have designers that help with colors and material selections if need be.
Gotcha.
But a lot of the kitchens, a lot of the stuff I design.
Okay. Is the majority of what you're doing, and again, I'm jumping way ahead of myself here. I should just retain this question for later. Most of what you do, is it residential? Or are you more commercial, or where's your split?
So when we first started, it was all residential.
Okay.
A lot of it was. Till recently, we've started getting into more commercial.
Okay.
Which commercial is great because now we're starting to do build outs for companies versus homeowners.
Okay.
Which is a whole different
A
animal.
lot of money.
There's different problems.
Are you doing TI work or
Yes,
okay.
commercial TIs?
Okay. Up until that point, up until let's say when you started the business, what would you say was one of the, we'll say heaviest? I don't know if that's the right word I want, but one of the heaviest times in your transition from high school into college, out of college, working with plastics. I mean, did you have any situations where you were like having to work through an issue or a problem that could have kicked your ass or did kick your ass?
Big thanks to Maritime USA for sponsoring the show, helping businesses simplify payment processing and reduce unnecessary fees. If you're tired of overpaying to accept cards, it might be time for a better option. Learn more at maritimeusa.com.
This episode is supported by Rocks Ink Calligraphy, where every piece is created by hand and designed to be remembered. From custom calligraphy and engraving to live event personalization, Rocks Ink turns meaningful moments into lasting art. Learn more at rocksink.com.
So when we started Efficient Renovations in 2020, there wasn't anybody giving me jobs. There wasn't anybody giving me checks. I had to generate everything from nothing. I remember missing payroll once. That was scary.
Yeah.
And it was only to me. I paid the guys because the guys should be paid first. I'll get paid last. That's how owning a business.
Well, they
is.
say owning a business, pay everybody else first.
Yep. And literally, I remember when that time frame came, the general manager at the time called me and said, "Hey, there's X amount of dollars in your checking account this week. We can make payroll, but we can't pay you until you get more cash."
Yeah.
So from that point on, I told myself I'm never going to miss another payroll.
Yeah. That is, I think one of the, in my view, one of the most misunderstood aspects of owning, operating, running, building a business is payroll. Bringing somebody on and the weight that carries. When it's just you, or when I have my business and it's just me, you know what? It might be a tight month, right? I can do this. I can make it till next month. When you've got somebody that's like, okay, I got to make this payroll, that's a heavy, heavy weight that I don't think people, when I say people, and I don't want to offend anybody, but the general public that has never owned and operated a business would really understand the magnitude of being responsible for not just yourself, but somebody else and potentially somebody else's family. I mean, if they're a sole income and all of a sudden you're like, right.
And thankfully, never had to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. With regards to the business now or then, what is the number one thing that you feel that you're most afraid of with the business that keeps you up at night? Or is there anything? Are you at the point now where you're like, this is awesome. I'm a golden child.
Never think that. Man, that's a tough question. Every week, I get a different challenge in front of us, and it could be a big contract that we're trying to sign, trying to make sure we're making payroll for that week, making sure we're buttoning up a particular project, because I know we're doing a lot more permitting now. So dealing with the cities is always a fun joy. Phoenix, Scottsdale, Tempe.
I was going to say, is there a city that's easier to deal with than others?
They all have their own
Issues.
It's just dealing with them as they come versus trying to. It's just a lot.
You've taken on responsibility that is outside my perception, and maybe somebody's actually mentored you. Has somebody mentored you in all of that? Because I mean, that's a huge piece in and of itself, understanding and learning. Okay, if I go to the city of Phoenix versus Tempe or the town of Gilbert or whatever, I mean, these are the different permitting aspects I have to do. This is how they're going to want their plans to look. Oh, I know that this inspector is going to look for this specifically, so I got to make sure that's there.
I've been fortunate to work with really good engineers.
Okay.
I've got one really good one now, Higher Ground Engineering, Greg. He and I talk daily, and anytime there's any issues with him and I, we deal with it with the cities.
Nice.
Prior to him, I dealt with everything on my own. So I would call, I would have a couple engineers, but anytime there was any city interaction, it was me.
That's rough.
Yes.
That, again, things that people don't see, right? You've got the job, and then you have the job after the job. In your case, you probably have the third job where the bookkeeping and paying the bills and the accounting and all that other stuff takes in after the job and the job and the job. You know, it's like a lot of hours.
Yes. So going back to your question.
Yeah.
There's just, with construction, there's just so many things that hit you differently. It's just dealing with it as it comes. I try to deal with stuff before they come because I'm very proactive. So I can tell you, like, when I'm running a job, if the PM's running the job, I'm always 2 weeks ahead.
Okay.
So if he's doing framing, all right, so who's next? I've got HVAC, plumbing, electrical. I got to get all those guys in.
Yeah.
Who's doing the installation after him? Do we have a price for that?
Gotcha.
Where's this at? I'm always 2 weeks, and you can ask all the guys. They're like, I don't know how he does it.
Can you do ADUs with a workshop on the ground floor and an ADU above it in Morrison Ranch?
We'll have to get the CCNRs from Morrison Ranch, and then we'll have to contact the city of Gilbert.
Can you build it over the top of where the pool is today? Asking for a friend.
I love that. Yeah, because that happens more than you think.
I'm telling you, pools, man, I get it, but why? I mean,
Pool codes, window codes, glass door codes.
windows.
It's bizarre. The
have
things they make us do.
800 windows in our house, and it's like, what the hell? We live in the desert. When I first moved to Arizona, that just popped in my head. When I first moved to Arizona and we were looking at houses, and I've been here since 99, it blew my mind that there were no subterranean or basement homes. I mean, and I say no, very few, unless you get into high-end homes. Washington State, man, almost every house is a little rambler. It's got a basement. It's unfinished, whatever, but you do whatever you want with it. And I get down here, I'm like, it's 120 degrees. Why aren't you building stuff underground?
Makes sense.
And somebody's like, oh, well, it costs so much more to... It's like, dig a hole. I mean, yeah, it's got caliche.
Ground here is really hard.
It is. Throw some water on it. Dig a hole. Like, whatever. That's a contractor's excuse right there. Wait, we're going to charge you extra to dig the hole. If we got to go below the topsoil, it's extra.
And we get to use dynamite?
We should, actually.
That would be fun.
Blow that shit up.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that this is really a question that would be surprising to anybody, but maybe it is. Maybe there's somebody other than who I would think the answer would be. On the day-to-day, who do you want to not disappoint?
Day-to-day. First would probably be the wife, and then the second are all the employees.
What motivates you to make sure that they're happy?
I got to see them every day, and I would never want anybody to walk into my office or see me and just not want to say hi or look at me. That's a loaded question. Yeah. I'm very, I don't even know what the word would be.
Are you sensitive?
No, I'm not sensitive.
Okay.
I
thought that's where that was going.
No, I don't.
You carry the responsibility in a very...
I'm a dad at home. I'm also a dad at work.
Yeah. Well, I like that.
And it's not like I'm a dad at work, but I'm more of a mentor. I'm helping them. I'm guiding them, making sure if they're the sales guy, we're doing the sales properly. If we're doing project management, somebody has a question, I'm making sure that it's done properly. Like there's a lot of guidance and advice that I'm trying to give them that I didn't really get when I was going through what they're going through. And so that's how I perceive it.
How do you correct mistakes and behavior? How do you go about that?
Sit down conversations, just kind of like what you and I are doing. I don't get upset. I have a conversation because at my other job, anytime anything would go south, it was always pointing a finger. Like, yes, you made a mistake. You're going to be hard on yourself because of the mistake. Yes, it costs money to fix it. Yep. But you don't have to tell the person that, hey, that mistake's going to cost you $5,000 and I'm going to take it out of your bonus. Yeah. Like, that's not fair. Yeah. Like, yes, we're all humans. We're all going to make mistakes. I make mistakes. Yeah. Just own them, fix it, let's move forward. Yeah. Don't dwell on it.
How do we come up with a solution?
How are we going to get this repaired so that we don't upset the homeowner, we don't lose any time, and it doesn't kill us on the cost side. Yeah. We got to do it right.
Makes sense.
We have to do it right.
Jumping back to Jessica for a second. You said that she was a coach up until recently.
Yes.
Is she in the business now?
Yes, she helps.
Okay. What does she do?
She's our product support specialist. So because we have the 3 kids, she can only work basically part-time. Yeah. So she helps with the marketing. Okay. She helps with following up with sales. She does everything that basically Jose and myself don't have time for. Okay. Which has been a blessing.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing? I keep going back and forth with regards to hiring a personal assistant, which to me like sounds odd. Like it's taken me a long time to get used to having people in the office that are amazing, that I can just take care of this. Because I've always had to do it myself. So then it's like now it's almost like you're sloughing off responsibility. And it's like, okay,
it can feel that way.
Yeah. It's so, but I keep thinking about a personal assistant because I think the number of emails that I get in a day, like today, I was stuck at about 35, 40 emails in my inbox. I'd do 4 or 5, and then I'd go back and look, and I got 35 or 40 emails. And I do 4 or 5, I got 35. It's like I could not get further ahead. And I'm like, come on, people, stop sending me emails. You need them, right? Mm-hmm. But I kept thinking, okay, and not today, but I've thought, if let's say I get 75, 100 emails in a day, and I got to spend a minute or 2 per email, and those emails that are a minute or 2 aren't really anything that I technically need to take care of. There's things that my staff's taking care of or something along those lines. How much time could I save if I had somebody who's just monitoring my email, that's just doing that for me and going, okay, here's 4 emails you need to respond to. Perfect. Some of me thinks, well, then do I really know what's going on with the business, right? Or am I losing touch with my clients, which I don't want to lose touch with my clients. I mean, you need to stay front of house.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's like, okay, but I still got to get new business, and I got to grow this, and I got to do that, and I got to take care of it. But anyway, so I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah. Kind of like Copilot, how you can set up auto responses. Yeah. There needs to be something that I'm sure there is.
I'm sure there's
something that can filter, because it's on Outlook. Yeah. It'll give you a brief synopsis of whatever that email pertains to. Yeah. Then you can respond accordingly.
I would assume there's probably some way to create some bot or AI that would
respond.
Yeah. Just respond or move it. If there's nothing in there that's asking for me to do something, how does that take that and just move it off to something else?
That would be cool. Yeah. They need an app for that.
I need time to figure that out. Yes. Who believed in you before you believed in yourself?
Man, that's tough. Probably my family. Jessica big one.
Yeah. She big support.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. It's good that you've got that. How long have you guys been together?
It'll be, 15 years in November. Wow.
You're
Married 15 years.
Married 15 years. Dated 15 years in a month. Just
16 years in a month.
yeah, you don't have to give that away.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
What does doubt sound like in your head? When whether you're taking on something new, you started the business. I mean, do you have doubt?
Oh, yeah.
Do you have fear? Are you afraid the business isn't going to make it?
I think internally I always think like what it could be, but I don't let that deter me from what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Doubt is just, everybody has doubt.
Yeah.
But I try not to let that get into my way.
Yeah. Do you have moments when, let's say you go bid a job and you think, I got this in the bag, it's mine. And then you get a call and they're like, yeah, we're going to go a different direction because somebody underbid you by $400. How does that mess with your psyche, or do you let it?
I don't let it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Just move on.
Yep.
Next.
Yep.
They obviously don't want a good job.
Well, when I first started, it was a little more personal because it was just me bidding out projects.
Yeah.
And so now that I've been doing it for so much longer, if somebody tells me that I need to change my costs, we typically don't do that anymore.
Okay.
Because you're going to get what you pay for.
Yeah.
And predominantly over the past, I've given bids to people that are past clients, and they'll call us and go, you know what, I should have hired you. Can you come by to fix this? Can you come by to check that out?
It's going to cost you twice.
And I'm like, to be honest with you, I can't touch that, because if I do, I'm going to void their warranty. And they're like, whoa, nobody ever told me that. I'm like, well, yeah, if I can go and touch that valve, I can go and do some alterations. But if somebody finds out, it's going to be me and you that are going to know.
Oh, wow. I never thought about that.
Yeah. I can't, if it's before 2 years, you have to call your last contractor. If it's after 2 years, anybody can touch it.
So use the right contractor the first time.
You should.
Yeah.
Always.
What keeps you in that feeling that morally or ethically you're going to do the right thing every single time versus I could drop my prices, I could get more business, I could, whatever.
If you drop your prices, predominantly what you're going to see is you're going to see a lack of workmanship on the job. So if we're dropping our pants to make somebody happy, if we have to go back multiple times to do something, we're negative.
Yeah.
Because now we're trying to use somebody less expensive to go do a repair or whatever it is. And if it goes south, there's no way to like recoup your losses.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
So I try not to do that. I mean, I think we did it at the beginning, and I probably even did some things where a client would say, hey, you know what? I want to do a kitchen remodel, but I want to use my own drywall guy. I want to use my own electrician. And at the beginning, we're like, cool, we can work with you guys, right?
Yeah.
But what we found, we get into it. Now the electrician is 2 or 3 weeks out. Her drywall guy can't make it until next week. And now we give her a price based on the lead time.
Yeah.
And now we can't get back for 3 to 4 weeks because her drywall guy or her trades are not available. And because they're trying to save X amount of dollars when we could have done it faster and been done at their lead time.
Yeah. Was there anybody while you were growing up that you would say influenced your work ethic?
This episode is made possible by our partners at Best Option Restoration. When water, fire, or mold damage hits your home or business, you need a local team you can trust to respond fast and do it right. Learn more at bestoptionrestoration.com.
Shout out to Guidance Alliance, a trusted peer advisory group for business owners who want honest answers, not motivation posters. Small groups, weekly sessions, ideas that actually work. Visit guidancealliance.com to learn more.
There's only one thing that stands out, not one person or one thing. My dad always said, do better than your parents. So I never knew what that looked like or what that felt until recent, because I've already exceeded and pushed way past any barrier that they've both done.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
And it's humbling. I don't think it's like, is it positive? Great. Yes. But I've just learned, like, when I grew up, we didn't grow up with hardly anything, and I'm able to give my kids what I didn't grow up with.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do the ice skating. I can do the hockey. I can do the football. Whereas if I wanted to do that, it's like, yeah, we can, but you're going to have to do it over here. You're going to do it over there. We can do street hockey with these rollerblades and the skates.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, as I was growing up, my dad was a teacher. My mom worked odds and end jobs. Most of it, she worked either at the school or she worked with the physical therapy department, but we didn't have a ton of money. And I grew up just going, I'm going to give my kids more. My kids will have more. Kids will have more.
Yep.
Kids will have more.
And I didn't know that I would be saying that my kid would have more until I had the kids.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Jessica and I were looking at a house pre-marriage, we were looking at a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house, and it was just the two of us. We didn't have any. We had one dog at the time, and it was in 2010. And I looked at Jess. I'm like, "What are we buying this house for?" I go, "It's just you and I.
Yeah.
What do we need all these rooms for?" Freaking fast forward 15 years.
Yeah.
All the bedrooms were full.
Same house?
Yeah, same house.
Nice. I'll bet you got that thing for a steal.
We did. In 2011, we bought it for $155. It's worth $550 plus right now.
Wow. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. And I've remodeled every inch of that house.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome. I think about our first house we bought down here. It was a 2,100 square feet. It was like 117 or something like that. And I'm like, that was back in 2000, I guess. What's a lesson that you learned through your development, through the business, through growing up, that at the time maybe you thought was, a frustration, pain in the ass, was going to stop you? But now looking back, it was like, okay, that was exactly where it needed to be at that time.
Persistence.
Yeah.
I never gave up.
That's awesome.
In 2020, I remember sitting at a restaurant. I was working for that other company at the time. And I remember sitting down. I was working on a bid. And I was trying to I ordered dinner. I was sitting there by myself. It was like 6 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And I remember I called my old business partner. And he told me he had an LLC. He just needed somebody to take the license. I was like, that door opened. I walked through it.
Yeah.
I'm a big proponent of walk through that door.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to be on the other side.
For sure. Talk to me about that, because you didn't start out as LJ Builders.
No. So 2020, December 6th, 2020, it was 6 o'clock at night. I remember sitting at the restaurant. I had my computer. Pretty sure I had a beer there. And I was ordering food. And I remember calling Justin, because I was calling him for a roof, for a bid that I needed to do, because I had a couple bids I needed to get out. And I was like, I got to get these done before I go home. I was telling him how frustrated I was, because I think I just got paid that day, because it was Friday. And it was $265 after taxes. And I was like, how the heck am I going to make mortgage?
Yeah.
Because it was due, I think it was due the week after or whatever. And I was like, how the hell am I going to come home and tell Jessica this? So once he told me that, the next day, I put in my notice, and I didn't stop. I didn't turn around. It was like nonstop, balls to the wall, gas pedal down. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do it all the way. Nobody's getting in my way. And New Year's happened. Literally January, I was working the business with Justin. I was taking my ROC test and working in the afternoons every day until I passed. I passed that test before the end of the month in January.
Wow.
We were fully licensed in March. 90 days later.
Isn't it incredible when that fire lights?
It was engulfed.
How motivating that is.
I was motivated.
That was starting the business. I did the same thing. I mean, different circumstances, whatever. But when I finally, because I had always said, someday when I'm ready, someday, I'm going to do this, blah, blah, blah. Finally, the circumstances just hit, and I'm like, I'm done. Blinders are on. I'm going full steam, full forward. I don't care. Nobody's going to tell me. And I'll bulldoze anybody that gets in my way. It was like,
I remember getting up, being there at 7, going through all the courses until 10:30, 11, trying to answer my phone when I could, working the jobs in the afternoons, and then looking at my books at night, and just reading those books, just getting familiar with them, because there wasn't any turning back at that point. I had to pass, because I had goals. I wanted a KB1 license, and that's what I got.
Wow. That's impressive. Do you use mostly subs, or do you have in-house guys?
We sub it all out.
Okay. So your paper. Okay. That's impressive, though. I mean, that's pretty freaking crazy. How would you say success has changed your view of responsibility? Or do you feel like you're successful? I guess I should ask.
Yes, but there's more to that. We're fortunate where we can kind of If Jessica says, hey, can we go to dinner tonight? Sure, we can. Mm-hmm. Can we go somewhere? Yes, we can. But I put myself in that place where we can, which literally that's only been the last, I would say, year and a half we've been able to do that.
Okay.
Because prior to that, I'm a big proponent of pay the guys first, pay me last. I've never, ever given myself a bonus.
Yeah.
To this day.
Really?
Yep.
You need to take one.
I don't.
Give it to Jessica.
Yeah, she gets to see the vacations and the trips. That's her
bonus.
That's our bonus. But I don't give myself like an actual write a check to myself.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's what you've done. No.
Yeah.
Because I'd rather see, give myself a check to Jose or give it to Henry or give it to Tony. Like give it to somebody that's gonna blossom. Because if you never know what some $5,000 or $10,000 is gonna do to their perspective.
Yeah.
What's that gonna do to me? Cool. I can go buy a set of golf clubs or
blow it
like
out.
I wouldn't say that I've already gotten that, but I'm not a materialistic person.
Yeah.
I don't need a giant GMC AT4 lifted to make myself feel better about myself. I'm good with my truck.
It sounds like you're going to have somebody in mind that you're no, just kidding. You know what's funny, though, is I feel like there are so many AT4s out there right now. It's like, I swear to God, every time I turn around, I don't know who all of a sudden decided that was the best truck to buy, but I feel like everybody's got one.
AT4 and a Trail Boss.
Yeah. Where do you hope the business goes from here? I mean, what's your vision for what you want to happen?
So because of last year, we did a rebrand. We went from Efficient Renovations to LJ Builders.
Okay.
The reason for that big change was the builder part.
Okay.
When you call Efficient Renovations, you think, I can only renovate.
Yeah.
I can only remodel. I can only do your kitchen. I can only do your bathroom.
Yeah.
I can't add an addition. I can't add a casita. I can't do your house. That's my goal.
Gotcha.
This year, I'm hoping to start building ground up.
Okay.
We have a couple of clients that we're actually actively doing that for.
Okay.
It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
We're looking at a couple of properties out in Queen Creek this weekend. I've got a permit that's been on hold for 18 months.
So almost doing like a spec home or a semi-custom
Potentially,
home.
but I think we're jumping over that. We're going directly into the assisted living houses.
Oh, nice.
We're going to start, hopefully we can start doing a couple a year.
Okay.
13 to 18 bathrooms for for our clients.
Nice. Okay. Interesting.
And that's more of the commercial side. Obviously we love doing residential.
Mm-hmm.
Residential is just, you got to be more hands-on because you're dealing with people when they come home from work. You're going to get pictures of, hey, why does this look like that? So a lot of the PMs deal with that on the daily.
Yeah. You have your kids. Obviously, you're out and about in the community. Do you have a sense, or do you feel like you're called to give back or pay back maybe some of the success you've experienced?
Mm-hmm.
And where would that be?
Man, it's kind of what we're doing. If we're building an assisted living, we're helping somebody move into a facility that they're not having to look for. I donate. We do a lot of fundraisers all the time. I do a lot of golf tournaments. I donate to schools. Big proponent of that.
Yeah.
I'm just fortunate that we're able to.
Yeah. Yeah. You said your kids are 14, 9, and 7?
13, 9, 7.
13, 9, and 7. I'm trying to think of, is 13 a junior high?
13's in, 7th grade.
Okay. I was trying to think of, it's been a long time since my kids were that age. You forget quickly. Where do they fit into that?
How old was I?
If, let's say, when your kids look back on your life, what do you hope that they say about you?
Ooh. I'm hoping that I push them to meet their goals and their ambitions. I mean, we try to keep them in line because they're kids. Man, that's a loaded question too. Because now that Gavin's 13, I can sense that he needs more male guidance. I've been fortunate. He's playing football, which that's on his own goal. I didn't push him on there. When he quit, when his season was over for Santan Youth, I told him it's a big goal. If you want to play football again in the winter, we need to work out. Gavin would set his alarm at 6. I'd be waiting for him in my garage. He would open the door and he'd be ready to work out.
Wow.
I didn't force him. He did it on his own. So I think just showing him that I'm available for you if you need it and want it is big. Because when I was 13, my dad wasn't there for me like I am for him.
Yeah.
I had a garage gym, but I was on my own. I had my little stereo, put on Metallica, and I'd work out.
Yeah.
But for him, I'm actually in there to actually help him to make sure he doesn't hurt himself, to make sure he's working out properly, which he loves it.
Yeah. That's awesome. What position is he playing football?
He's O-line and D-line.
Okay.
He's 13. He weighs $160.
No kidding.
He's a tank.
Where did he get his size?
I don't know.
I mean, you're kind of a small guy.
I am.
No offense.
I'm 185 soaking wet.
He's almost as big as you.
And I tell him that.
Wow.
You keep this up, dude.
Oh.
He told me in December before Christmas he wants to play for ASU.
No kidding.
Like, dude, that's good.
That's awesome. Keep it. And you know what? Mindset over. If I was a coach, I would take somebody with the right mindset over talent.
That's
any day.
That's what I tell him.
Any day.
He is the hardest working kid. He might not get it the first or second time, but if you keep on him, he'll get it eventually.
That's awesome.
And he's stubborn. He'll keep doing it.
That's good. That's good. Freaking awesome, man. With regards to the leadership of your organization, what do you hope your employees are saying about you when you're not around? I'm asking.
I don't know. You're good there. I don't have any negativity on any of the employees. They're all amazing, all of them. And I think and know they all speak highly of myself because I'm not. I give them enough rope to hang themselves.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call somebody and go, "Hey, it's 9:30. Your location shows you're still at home. What's going on?" That's not me.
Yeah.
You're at home for a reason. I'm assuming you're either working from home, you're probably answering emails, you're doing stuff because you're at home. There's no reason to like go to a job site unless you're needed.
Yeah. I had a boss at one point in my career that was like that opposite of what you are. It was like, how come you only made 4 calls today? 4 site visits today versus 6 or 8 or whatever the requirement was. How come this? How come that? How come this? You need to be better at this. It's like, and my whole thing was, look, relationships are developed over time. And I can't stop in to talk to somebody for 5 minutes and develop a relationship and think that that's going to go anywhere. So I may stop in and it could be an hour. It could be 2 hours. It could be 3 minutes. Don't know. Just know that I'm out here doing my best to bust my ass for you to make sure that your business
succeeds.
is succeeding. It's like, it just used to drive me crazy. Yeah.
On my phone, I can literally pull it up now and I can look at everybody's location. And everybody knows where I'm at too. They can see that I'm right here.
Yeah.
I don't need to hide from them.
Yeah.
I don't hide from them. And they don't need to hide from me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to call them and ask what's going on.
Yeah. Where are you?
Unless the only way I'm going to call and ask is if a client calls me and says, "Hey, where's Tony at?"
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, he is. Let me call him.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Because I let them do what they need to get the job done. Very big proponent on that.
That's awesome. When the shit hits the fan, when things go sideways, when the job's not getting done the way it should be, how do you stay steady? Or do you? Do you blow up?
No. We've had a couple of projects that obviously they go south, but it's how you take care of it and how you manage it. Typically, I will take it over with another PM's assistance just so that I'm not there all the time, but I will be there to make sure it gets done. Those are probably the worst because by the time it hits the fan and I'm involved, it's bad.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen. It happened once last year. We had an ROC complaint and I ended up having to fix everything that she wanted in addition to giving her money to fix it what we couldn't. And it was minimal.
That's frustrating.
It is.
That's really frustrating. Talk to me about LJ Builders. Tell me what you guys do, what your focus is, and how you operate.
So LJ Builders has a KB1 construction license, meaning we can build your house or we can build a commercial structure. So with that in mind, when I first started, obviously building giant houses are because you have a relationship with someone. So my relationship with people were basically, I'm going to do your kitchen, I'm going to do your bathroom. We stayed on the small scale. Well, now that we're getting into more in commercial, it's been different, better, because now I can put all the expertise that we have on the residential side and put it into the commercial side. Commercials is a lot different. You're dealing with property management companies, you're dealing with tenants. So if we're going to be jackhammering and saw cutting next to a mailbox place that is on the phone all the time, we can't do it Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
It's just different animals, different problems.
Are there different specs that go into residential versus commercial, or different?
It's kind of, sort of. It just depends on what it is.
Okay.
If we're doing commercial, we're dealing with the more ADA compliant stuff. Residential can be ADA if we're doing an ADA bathroom. Just different animals.
Gotcha.
LJ Builders, our goal is to start building houses. I'm not sure if that'll happen. You never know. We might start getting into the commercial assisted living, and we're going to start doing that, which is fine too. As long as I want to get into more of the building aspect
From ground up.
That's more fun.
Yeah.
Doing remodels is actually harder than doing the build out, because when you're doing builds, you're not having to worry about what's behind the wall.
Yeah.
What somebody else did. You'll be
guess
surprised.
what? We pulled this down, and there's...
Yes, you find something every time.
Yeah. Yeah. Been there.
Yeah.
Not that I do construction.
We did a condo in right outside of TPC, and when we took out all the drywall, we found a bunch of exposed junction boxes that weren't properly harnessed.
No kidding.
We found about 13 of them.
Wow.
So it's an insurance job that we're like, okay, so we have to we can't put drywall back. We have to fix this. Here's the cost. We found a 1986 or 1988 Budweiser can in the drywall.
No kidding.
Yep. Just funny things you find.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever found a time capsule or anything like that?
I wish. That would be cool.
Yeah. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, because we'd have to read it and try to contact whoever wrote it.
Right.
Hey, we found this.
That would be crazy. If somebody wanted to hire LJ Builders, what could they expect as far as what you guys do? What makes you different, I should say, than...
So if depending upon what it is they call for, we pride ourselves on communication. So we try to give whoever the client is, hey, this person's coming, this person's going to show up, they're going to do this, this, and this. Any change orders, you're going to be notified. Anything up front, you're going to know. That is a big thing with residential. On the commercial side, it's totally different. Typically, they don't want to be bothered as much. They just want to know, hey, I'm going to contract you for this to build a TI. If you need me for anything, call me, but pretty much leave me alone.
Get it done and call me when it's over.
Call me when it's over.
Yeah. And oh, by the way, you got 24 hours to get it done.
Yeah. Yeah, because we want to open on March 1st.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But for the residential clients, especially on the build aspect, we try to do more design build.
Okay.
What that looks like is we're going to go in with an architect or a drafter, whoever that may be, and we're going to help design build your job with your budget. Why is that important? We've done a couple jobs last year where we deal with their architect or their design firm. And now we're trying to see their vision. And because we're coming into it much later when the plans are already done, we're assuming whatever that's on the plan set is what you wanted. So if something gets altered or changed and they didn't put that into play, that's going to be an issue.
Yeah.
And it's funny, I have a barn dominium that we're building in Gilbert right now that happened to.
I need a barn dominium.
It's a 60 by 60, 28 foot tall, where we finished all the framing.
So is a residential on the top and then barn on the bottom?
The whole thing's a barn, but we're building a kitchen and a mezzanine, and it's going to look amazing.
You know what I want? I'm sorry to cut you off.
You're good.
Christine and I talk about a barn dominium all the time. Like I get an acre property barn dominium so I can do my wood shop in the front, but I want like a full glass wall, like a bulletproof thick wall, so that you're in the house, but you're looking at the shop, and then you've got, I just think it'd be like in the living room looking at the shop. I don't know if I get sick of that at some point, but I'd have to have a really clean shop probably. But I just think it'd be cool.
There's a glass manufacturer that you can actually install glass. If you push a button, it'll turn matte so you can't see.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And they're local.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's probably not cheap though.
No, it's not.
So anyways, I'm sorry.
So going back to the barn.
Yeah.
So she hired her own drafter architect to design it. So when we started doing the build out, they started asking us, well, where's this and where's this and where's this? And come to find out, that never made it to her plans, that approved plans. So we're actually in the process since October 15th. I've been dealing with Maricopa County and her architect to resubmit plans based on what she wanted. So we've lost 3 months.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, 4 months.
Yeah. That would piss me off.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be frustrating.
She's like, "Where's?"
But you have your own architects.
I do. I have 2 or 3 that we use. One heavily.
Okay.
And it's better because now he knows or she knows we're going to put that into play. You're going to know what the cost is up front. So before we submit anything to the county or the city, you know you're all in costs.
Yeah.
Because that's the worst thing is the unknown.
Right. Right. Oh, by the way.
Oh, by the way, that slab that you wanted
Yeah.
is X. Like, wait, what?
Yeah. That's rough.
Yeah.
I've got another question.
Yeah, being honest and transparent with your clients will get you so much further than trying to hide something or trying to avoid something. You just can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that in life. You can't do that in business. Why would you do that to somebody's house? I would never do that to whatever I do to my house. I'm going to do it to yours.
Yeah. Which hopefully you like to do nice things to your house.
I do.
What should we know about you that I didn't ask? Or about LJ Builders? Is there anything important? Is there anything important about you, Lawrence?
Man, anything important? That's a tough question.
Yeah, boast. There's got to be. I
don't talk about myself.
Yeah.
At all. Like for me, it's what I've gotten to, and like what I'm producing. The kids.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like put my hard work ethic into them.
Yep.
So they can see it. Like, hey, Dad's in the gym at 5 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday before he goes to work.
Yeah.
What's he doing that for? Or hey, he's in there on Saturday before we're going to football. Mm-hmm. Like I'm just trying to live my life so they can see how I am.
Yeah. Good examples.
Mm-hmm.
It's powerful.
It is. It is if they can reciprocate it and put it into their lives too.
Yep.
Yeah, because my 2 youngest are probably the most competitive kids you'll meet. I took Amelia and Owen my son. I just started getting him golf lessons. He went to one golf lesson and he said, Dad, hey, can you teach me? I'm like, sure. So last Saturday, we went to Greenfield Lakes and I took my daughter and my son. Owen, I just taught him the grip, showed him a couple of things. My daughter is very competitive. She wants to hit the ball like Owen does. So she hits and hits and hits and gets upset and sits and pouts and sits on the chair. And it's hard to like get upset because she wants to hit the ball like her brother.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't be pouting like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, how long have you been golfing?
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
For you to hit the ball the way I do or even the way Owen does, you need to spend at least a couple of hours.
Yep.
Because I've been playing golf for 22 years now.
Yeah. And that's tough to help a kid understand that. My son, he started playing very well now. I mean, he's had some incredible shots, and I assume he's probably going to get a hole-in-one before I do at this point. But when I first tried to teach him, and I'm not a good teacher, like I get very impatient and very frustrated very quickly. I try, but it's like, just do this. Why can't you just watch me and do it? So I'm not a good person in that regard, but he started to get really, really good. But we used to go play. My point being, we used to go play, and even still to this day we play, and he will get so frustrated because he's comparing himself to me. And I'm like, don't compare yourself to me. I've been playing since I was 16, 17 years old, and I'm 55. Like, I've been playing a long time, and I don't consider myself good. A lot of people are like, oh, you're a good golfer. I was like, if I was a good golfer, I'd be hitting birdies all the time, right? Like I watch professional golfers and I think, you play this game every day religiously, you should be able to hit a perfect shot every single time. And that's the type of pressure I would put on myself if I was a professional golfer. But it's just the whole thing where it's like and I would assume your kids are the same way or your daughter's the same way. It's like you want to be able to pick something up and just do it. Mm-hmm. And it's like, no, it takes work.
They both do.
Yeah.
They're both wanting to get really good at that without putting in the work. And that's not realistic.
That's not how it happens.
Nope, not, especially in golf.
Yeah.
Golf's one of the hardest sports you're ever going to play.
Not only physically, mentally. It sucks mentally.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's days, and I think what messes me up a lot of times on the golf course is playing in scrambles because I feel like I can't get in a rhythm, or I'm like, somebody hits a ball in the fairway and they're good. And it's like, okay, I'm going to crush this. And then I'm over swinging. I'm trying to just, monkey the ball. And then I'm playing horrible and I just get so pissed off. So scrambles drive me nuts. I love playing in them, but they drive me nuts.
You should start playing in the scramble. You should hit first every time.
I thought about that I don't think I was playing with you last time, but the last one I was playing in, I actually did that where I started hitting the putts first because I was trying to read the other people's putts. And I'm like, let me putt first. And I started, I mean, I wasn't sinking every one, but I was getting close,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, now I'm doing my thing. I'm not, whatever. So,
Yeah, when I play scrambles, I like to go last.
yeah. Well, I love going last with the driver because then it's like I can just unleash it. But then I'm way over swinging, you know? It's like, I'm just going to crush this thing. I either top the ball or I banana slice the crap out of it, or it goes straight, but I'm more aimed left because I know I'm going to banana slice it, but it goes straight as a freaking arrow. I'm like, God dang it. So, but anyways, yeah. Well, hey, I really appreciate you coming on. We had a great time getting to know you a little bit.
It's a good time.
If there's anything I need to know, nothing.
Man, yeah, because you asked me what I could.
Do you build pools?
We want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with our license, we can do pretty much anything and everything.
Yeah.
And landscape is one of them that we're kind of running more into.
Okay.
Recently, it's because we're doing more. Anytime you do an addition, you're
More
altering.
like dreamscape type stuff.
Yeah, you're altering the existing landscape per se.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times, we'll put in a budget for something,
Gotcha.
and then it turns into more paver, more turf, more this, more that.
Makes sense.
So that's been a goal of ours. I'm actually meeting with somebody on Friday to go over that because that's
okay.
what we're lacking currently.
Yeah.
Because in the past, I've just been, hey, call this guy or call that guy, and they'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
But what I've been finding is when we refer them, it's not going the way that the homeowner would want.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, so what are they lacking? Is it the project management? Is it the communication? What is it? Because that's where we shine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just finding that middle ground of, hey, we can do that.
Yeah. Where do people find you?
Man, a lot of some of it's word of mouth, but a majority of our business comes from Google.
Okay.
Anytime that anybody types in construction stuff, we pull up pretty quickly.
LJ Builders?
Yep, LJ Builders on Google.
Okay. Well, cool. Well, hey, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Fun.
Good time.
Yeah. This is Lawrence Naranjo, and I went above and beyond.
Stories we share beyond the fairways, friendships grow in APN's embrace, opportunities flow. No happy talking, just real deals, authentic connections, the kind that heals. From Palm Springs to Pine Top Grace, APN's network spans every place. Above Par Network, we're going above and beyond, reaching new heights. In networking realms, scaling the heights. From mixers to golf, our spirits unite. APN's the beacon, our guiding light. So here's to APN, where dreams align. In every connection, a chance to shine. Above and beyond, we'll always strive. In APN's network, we truly thrive.
Before you go, if you want marketing that actually moves the needle, check out lzrmarketing.com. Expert marketing solutions for your business. From websites and social to ads that convert, Liz and Riley help you stand out and grow. That's LZR Marketing, laser focused on your success.
Like, share, and subscribe to Above and Beyond, where excellence meets elevation. Elevate your mindset, one episode at a time.